patent leather boots are?
Well, maybe we'll send a research team out to find out. They weren't patent leather. They were white bucks.
Were they really? I
Yes.
thought they were white patent leather.
Well, he may have gone to them later, but to begin with, he was wearing white bucks.
Yeah, well, that's what he did then,
Yes.
because that became really, I didn't remember the bucks, but the white patent leather was a joke all over the place.
I think so. And in some respects, so was Pat Boone.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay, Pat.
Actor Morgan Freeman is 83. Actor Brian Cox is 74. Ron Wood of the Rolling Stones, 73. Actor Jonathan Pryce, 73. Actor John M. Jackson, 70. Actress Lisa Hartman Black, 64. Actor Tom Irwin, 64. Actress Terry Polo, 51. Model Heidi Klum is 47. Alanis Morissette is 46. Comedian Amy Schumer is 39. And let's see, who other birthday? Oh, actor Taylor Handley, 36. Actress Zazie Beetz is 29. And let's see. Oh, actress Willow Shields in The Hunger Games is 20. We've got to look at local birthdays coming up.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
We are celebrating our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Alex Vallejo, Diana Sandoval, Gina Deanda, Linda Bentley, Irma Torres, Victoria de la Garza, Eduardo Pesquera, Richard Beltran, Francisco Beltran, Lalo Tapia, Michelle Lopez, Kendra Taylor Garcia, Janet Alvarez, Blanca Pena, Sergio Beltran, Jenny Aguilar, Anna Moninger, Nancy Powers, and happy anniversary to Hank and Polly Kuiper. Well, among the birthdays that we missed yesterday, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood turned 90 yesterday.
I was going to say, he's got to be close to 90.
Yeah, go ahead, punk. Blow out the candles.
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
They said he would never make it.
Yeah, he did okay.
He certainly did.
And at one point was mayor of Carmel.
Yes.
Yeah.
He dabbled in politics as well, too. So.
Yes. Yeah, well, let's see. Today it is June 1st. June is Accordion Awareness Month.
Are they dangerous?
I don't know, but I swear every young Italian boy in my neighborhood in Pennsylvania played the accordion.
No, wait a minute. That would be stereotyping all of the Italians.
I'm sorry, but that's just the way it was.
Never thought of that connection.
Yes. Oh, well, I can't tell you how many times we had to wait to play while Sebastian Adesso had to finish practicing O Solo Mio on the accordion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have to practice. I had a cousin who was
you're
an
right.
outstanding accordion player.
Yes. And June is also Adopt a Cat Month. Cats don't need humans, right?
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. Yeah, I think adopt a human.
I think so.
For your cat.
Yeah, if the average cat could operate a can opener, it would kill its owner.
That's true.
Yes. Oh, well, this is fishing and boating week. Pam and I went fishing yesterday.
Yeah, in a boat?
No.
Oh, just, okay.
No. But didn't catch anything. Didn't even have a bite.
Well, you have to have a pole in the water
Is that
with bait on it.
Ah, okay.
I mean, that's half the fun.
Never quite looked at it that way.
Putting the bait on the hook.
Okay. I'm a bit squeamish about that.
Yeah, well, so are the worms.
Yes. They're not real thrilled with it, are they?
No, they're not, especially when you see what we do to them.
Yes. Okay, are you ready for news?
We've got some news coming up.
Stick around. It's a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News special report, a death amid protests raging across the country over the killing of George Floyd. Louisville, Kentucky Police Chief Steve Conrad says one man died when police and National Guard troops fired into a crowd after someone fired at them.
We have several persons of interest whom we are interviewing now. We are collecting video from the incident, and we expect to release what we have sometime tomorrow.
In New York City, protesters threw glass bottles and trash at police and broke into high-end stores like Chanel.
This is like a dream, like a movie.
In some places, officers showed support for demonstrators, among them Sheriff Christopher Swan in Genesee County, Michigan.
We want to be with y'all for real. So I took my helmet off and laid the batons down. I want to make this a parade, not a protest.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Despite curfews in many cities, there were more demonstrations Sunday night throughout California. Long Beach Police Chief Robert Luna calls it heartbreaking.
That is not the way you make a point. How do we celebrate the life of George Floyd or even talk about his tragic death when you have people committing crimes?
Looters stole merchandise and set buildings on fire in the L.A. area. In Clovis, police are seeking more than a dozen suspects who broke into a Target store last night near the Sierra Vista Mall.
We are reviewing surveillance video along with city video as well to see if we can identify vehicles or people that may have been involved.
Lieutenant Jim Monroe says they broke through the glass doors and stole items from the electronics department. And in the Bay Area, looters hit a Walmart in San Leandro and stores at the Bayfair Mall. And finally, in San Diego, police report some businesses in downtown were vandalized and protesters threw rocks at officers. An unknown number of arrests were made last night. Steve Clausen, California News.
World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Give them a call. It's going to be hot the rest of this week. Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
O'Reilly. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, pick up 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for $28.95 and get a $10 O'Reilly gift card after mail-in rebate. You can even order at O'ReillyAuto.com and we'll deliver it curbside. Protect your engine from sludge and wear at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an edition on that edition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA member FDIC.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 2 locations in the valley, in Brawley, at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, the COVID-19 virus claimed another life in Imperial County. The Imperial County Public Health Department reported that the death toll is now 27. The Friday report shows an additional 89 individuals tested positive, while the number of active cases went up by 28. Imperial County Public Health Department says that 866 patients have recovered from the virus. The Calexico area now has accounted for 528 of the positive cases, and El Centro has 449 positive individuals. Brawley reported 296, Imperial 152, Hopeville 76, Heber 61, and Calipatria has 24 positive cases reported. The OptumServe test site that had been at the California Midwinter Fairgrounds has moved. It will open today at the Calexico Community Center, and a second OptumServe site will open Wednesday at the Veterans Hall in Imperial. Any Imperial County resident can be tested at the OptumServe sites. No physician referrals are needed, and there is no charge, but testing is by appointment only. More information is available on the Imperial County Public Health Department website. Residents are encouraged to be tested even without any symptoms or exposure to the coronavirus. With the reopening of church services, you can expect some changes. Stephen Kaufman talked with Father Mark Edney about some of the changes you'll see in the Catholic Church.
The practice of Holy Communion or Eucharist, a cherished sacrament, is undergoing striking changes at Catholic and Protestant churches across the United States as COVID-19 restrictions on large gatherings are gradually eased. In the San Diego Diocese, Father Mark Edney, priest with the El Centro California Catholic community, says changes to communion are in order.
Individuals will come up to receive communion, but they will be ushered to the place where they can receive communion, and they must receive Holy Communion in the hand, not on the tongue.
And the taking of wine?
That will not be permitted in the Diocese of San Diego.
Another change, the Eucharist will now be moved to the end of Mass.
You are ushered into the church for the beginning of Mass, and you are ushered out of the church at the end of Mass. It's to avoid a third point of contact.
Bishops are not allowing priests to wear masks during the celebration of Mass, but may wear one immediately following communion. Father Edney says other changes include limiting church attendance to 100 people, delivering shorter sermons, and singing will not be allowed.
We're just following protocols that the state has put out for social distancing to do our part to keep our community of Catholics safe, but also to keep the wider community safe, too.
I'm Stephen Kaufman.
And KXO News Time, 7:44.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for all your service needs. Lube, oil, and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment. Quick Lane can handle it, and they service all makes and all models. Oh, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Brawley City Council and successor agencies to Brawley Community Redevelopment Agency will hold a special meeting. That meeting will be tomorrow. It'll be in the council chambers, and it's scheduled to get underway at 9 a.m. The IID will also hold a regular meeting tomorrow. That's June 2nd. The meeting will be called to order at 8 a.m. They will then go into closed session. They will reconvene in regular session at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the IID auditorium. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
While there is no known cure for COVID-19 yet, the ServPro professionals are here for you. Safety is always the #1 priority, and ServPro is here to perform the necessary bioremediation services to clean, disinfect, and sanitize your business. That's right, ServPro cleanup practices are in accordance with the CDC guidelines, and we are continuing to update our protocols because this is a constantly changing event. Call ServPro of El Centro, Salton Sea, and Yuma, 760-337-5858 in the Imperial Valley, and 928-247-1180 in Yuma. independently owned and operated. ServPro professionals are trained in adhering to the highest cleaning and sanitation standards. Call anytime, 24 hours a day. After-hour services always available.
Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, Arizona Governor Douglas Ducey has declared a state of emergency for the entire state, effective, it started on the 31st of May, and it'll go through June the 8th. The declaration includes a statewide curfew effective daily from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. The governor said that the declaration was made in response to growing unrest, vandalism, and riots within the state. According to the Yuma County Sheriff's Office, they will not be enforcing the curfew order unless there is a need to enforce it, such as in the event of a riot. Yuma County Sheriff's Office said they recognize that there have been peaceful protests within the Yuma community, and those participating are encouraged to continue to remain civil while expressing their rights. In other local news, a peaceful protest had been set for 6 this evening by the local Black Lives Matter and Justice Committee. They had announced it would be holding the protest surrounding the death of George Floyd and others while in police custody. KXO Local News has been notified that that event has been canceled. Other news, road closures in Imperial County beginning tomorrow, June 2nd through June 4th. 24 hours a day for 3 days will be the closure. The closure will be on Gentry Road from Walker Road to Eddins Road. That's up in the north end of the valley. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says hot weather will continue through Thursday or Friday in the Imperial and Yuma valleys, although the heat is not anticipated to reach excessive levels. Some health-related impacts are still possible. Cooler weather will arrive by the weekend. Our high yesterday, 100 degrees, 72 the low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 102, south wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 76, west winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high near 106, southeast wind about 5 miles per hour. 79 degrees downtown El Centro, 65% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast at about 3 miles an hour. Your border wait, 30 minutes downtown, no waiting sentry, no waiting pedestrian. At the Eastport, it's a 10-minute wait, no waiting sentry, no waiting ready lane. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. El Centro Motors is open and ready to serve you. Stop by El Centro Motors, where they have made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Get 0% APR financing for 84 months on most of our 2019s. Or choose 6 months of payment relief. Buy a new Ford, and we will defer 3 payments and make 3 payments. El Centro Motors understands all financial situations, and we're here to help. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit, 0% APR financing for 84 months at $11.90 per month per $1,000 financed. Example, 0% down. Not compatible with other offers. Payment relief program requires Ford credit financing with bonus cash applied to 3 monthly payments. Customer can defer first payment up to 128 days. Excludes leases. Finance charges continue to accrue during deferral period. Bonus cash amount is capped and varies by model. Offers exclude Super Duty, Raptor, and Mustang Shelby. All offers Terms expire 6/1. See dealer for complete details. El Centro Motors, where they have made it safer to shop, easier to buy. It's that easy. It's sports time. Well, the Major League Baseball Players Association have delivered a return-to-play proposal to Major League Baseball. It includes a 114-game season, deferred salaries in the event of a canceled postseason, and the option for all players to opt out of a potential 2020 season due to coronavirus concerns. The proposal, which was the first from the union, it came on the heels of the owners' plan that was rejected out of hand by the players. And, baseball trying to be the first American professional sport to return. Meanwhile, Texas will allow outdoor pro sports events to have spectators, but that number will be strictly limited. A new order issued by Governor Greg Abbott that revised an earlier decision to let pro sports leagues host events without fans starting in June. Abbott's new order allows outdoor stadiums to host fans up to 25% of their normal capacity. And the owners have said, well, instead of charging $12 for a beer, we're going to have to make it up somewhere. It's now going to be $50 for a beer at Major League Baseball. Yeah, you think?
Yes, the doors are open at Green's Jewelry and Gifts, just in time for graduation, and they're following all CDC guidelines. We're all doing our best to get through this. Now, there's lots of proud students moving on and proud parents seeing their kids succeed. You can give something special to your graduate with a keepsake gift from Green's Jewelry and Gifts. Green's has plenty of gift-giving ideas that can be treasured for a lifetime. There's no better way to show your graduate how proud you are of them than with a gift from Green's Jewelry and Gifts, 670 Broadway in El Centro. And don't forget Dad, Father's Day is June 21st.
In other news, Raiders owner Mark Davis is looking for solutions amid the nationwide protests. Davis said, I want to get together with players, coaches, and community leaders to get the conversation going to discuss how to move forward. The solutions start here at the local level with the Attorney General, the Sheriff, and other community leaders to open up lines of communication. That's the beginning. Brad Keselowski has a new crew, and he's fighting for a new contract at Team Penske. Keselowski inherited his second win in a week when the leaders crashed in front of him with a lap remaining at Bristol Motor Speedway yesterday. Keselowski won the Coca-Cola 600 7 nights ago at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Roger Federer has taken over as the highest paid athlete in Forbes' annual earnings report. Well, Federer tops Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, who have held the number one spot in 3 of the last 4 years. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by AM 1230 KXO. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Well, let's take a look at financial news, and we'll toss in a brief look at weather. U.S. stocks on Monday came under pressure to kick off trade in June. amid signs of rising Sino-American trade tensions, with investors also watching violent protests that reverberated throughout the country. The clashes between police and protesters come while the U.S. and much of the world is in the throes of the COVID-19 pandemic that has rocked the domestic economy to its core. The Dow Jones Industrial Average off 70 points in early trading. The NASDAQ Composite was up 20, and the S&P 500 just about even. On Friday, the Dow booked a weekly gain of 3.8%, moving in the green direction. Evidence of rising tensions between the U.S. and China and social unrest in America helped to create some headwinds for markets early today. Chinese government officials told major state-run agricultural companies to pause purchases of some American farm goods, including pork and soybeans. Reuters and Bloomberg News reported today, citing people familiar with the matter. The move comes after President Donald Trump Friday announced a number of measures, including paving the way for the U.S. to end Hong Kong's special status, to address what he described as a number of violations. Those include Beijing's handling of COVID-19, which was first identified in Wuhan, China, in December.
At Dr. Azinge Family Medicine, 2026 Imperial Avenue, Suite D in El Centro. You'll find distinctive, compassionate care for the family, 5 years and up. Dr. Azinge Family Medicine provides one stop for the whole family. Senior care, women's care, pap smears, hormonal health replacement therapy, Suboxone treatment, and more. We take most insurance. Affordable cash rates available too. Call to make an appointment at 760-693-5372. That's 760-693-5372. Dr. Azinge Family Medicine. Optimal care for the whole family. 2026
It will be
Imperial
mostly
Avenue,
sunny
Suite D
today
in El
with a high
Centro.
near 102, south wind about 5 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low about 76, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 106, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Well, we've jumped up to 80 degrees downtown, 58% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast at about 3 miles per hour. Your border wait 30 minutes downtown, no waiting sentry, no waiting pedestrian. Eastport about a 15-minute wait, no waiting sentry, 10 minutes ready lane. When you have a chance, check out our website, KXORadio.com. You can also find us on Facebook, like us, friend us, and, of course, subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Tiki Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley All-State agent. Stop by and see Julie for all your insurance needs.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. In northern New Jersey, thousands of arrests, millions of dollars in damage. It's the toll in big cities from coast to coast after days of violence and looting. CBS's Jeff Pegues in the epicenter of it all, Minneapolis, where a black man died in police custody a week ago.
What we are seeing is a lot of destruction, the kind of destruction that's going to take years to recover from. Overnight, it was a lot calmer, and you're going to hear officials today talk about that. We're getting reports of just one fire, and that is an improvement.
There was chaos and destruction last night not far from the White House and other parts of D.C., too. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Some of those people threw stones at police. Others lit fires and smashed nearby storefronts. There were reports of looting throughout the district. Officers shot tear gas and flashbangs to disperse the crowds. even as the landmark St. John's Church, where presidents have gone to worship since James Madison, was vandalized and set on fire.
In Louisville, a man is dead after a confrontation with police and the Kentucky National Guard. Police Chief Steve Conrad says it happened in a supermarket parking lot.
Officers and soldiers began to clear the lot and at some point were shot at. Both LMPD and National Guard's members returned fire. We have one man dead at the scene.
In Flint, Michigan, a protest march was joined in by the local county sheriff, Christopher Swanson.
These cops love you. That cop over there hugs people, so you tell us what you need to do.
On CBS this morning, New York City's police commissioner Dermot Shea defended two officers who drove their cruisers into a crowd of people.
You are those officers. What would you do? You can't go backwards. You can't go forwards. They're not letting you. You're trying to get out of there. You've had officers try to be killed within the last hours of that incident taking place.
On the same broadcast, basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says the anger in the streets is fueled by a lack of change since an infamous L.A. incident a long time ago.
Nothing has changed since what was supposed to be a routine traffic stop of Rodney King. That was 30 years ago, and still nothing has changed. White cops still can act with impunity and kill people that they feel like they want to kill.
Gilead said today its drug remdesivir had mixed results in a late-stage study of people with moderate COVID-19. Patients given a 5-day course of the treatment showed significant improvement, but those for 10 days did not. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 36 points. NASDAQ is up 41 points. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open a new savings account with a rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Under the Hood, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. As auto plants reopen, safety is a top concern. Here's auto expert Jeff Gilbert.
Ford Chief Operating Officer Jim Farley says they put together a playbook for reopening their plants.
It's critical that we get this restart right.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Moms have a superpower we like to call Mom Magic.
Mom Magic.
And now, Navy Federal Credit Union has a way to help moms get even more with the More Rewards American Express card.
Works like magic.
With triple points on groceries, moms can turn a year's worth of trips to the supermarket into a trip to Hawaii.
Superpowered rewards.
Visit NavyFederal.org to apply. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA. American Express is a registered service mark of American Express used by Navy Federal under license.
It's the first day of the Atlantic hurricane season.
Many people are saying that COVID-19 could make this a tougher hurricane season.
But I've never responded to an easy hurricane, so it's just one more challenge.
Former FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate says people still need to have hurricane kits and plans, which should now include things like masks and hand sanitizer. And if you need to evacuate...
There's a lot of concern about shelters, but Red Cross has been working on this, and so there's some ways that they want to also practice social distancing if they do have to open up shelters.
Emergency managers say evacuees should shelter with friends, families, or hotels. The emergency shelters being a last resort. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Well, 4 top publishers have sued the Internet Archive, claiming it's illegally offered more than 1 million scanned works to the public. In March, it established what it called an emergency library for schools shut down in the pandemic. In northern New Jersey, I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
CBS News brought to you by Julie Oliver with Tiki Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent. For home, life, or auto insurance, call Julie today.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I have no words for it. I'm kind of shocked right now, actually.
With Carroll Buckley.
Not that I like it, but I do.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230.
This is an ugly candy bar, Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away, we're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know, maybe we should be on the radio or something, skywriting.